Playground. Hooray!
Welcome in, everybody. It is that time again. The Outcast podcast is back, baby. And we have our band of outcasts here. We've got Memphis. Look at my African-American friend right here, will you?
The fuck is that shit?
Oh, look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
How is he talking while he's in jail?
Well, he ain't in jail yet, is he? They lock his punk ass up yet?
We'll talk about that coming up. Memphis, it's good to have you.
Hey, glad to be here, man. Glad to see you.
Ramo, my Latino friend. How are you? ¿Qué pasó?
What's up, man? How you doing?
And then my fellow, mostly white man, Tomcat, is on the panel as well. We have a very diversified group of outcasts
You're
here.
supposed to go, hey.
Hey there, jerky.
Hey there.
How y'all doing?
We shouldn't stereotype each other, but that's what I do
why
here
not?
on the show.
Fun, though.
It's so
is.
much fun.
Oh, it's hilarious.
We plan on having fun on the show today. I always like to pick up on the conversations before the show. The guys really don't know what we're going to talk about on the show.
I have no clue.
But we will be talking about things. One thing I'd like to talk about is this Gwyneth Paltrow story coming up, I guess.
Is she naked?
She had a hit and run. And she hit somebody and she
Her
ran.
too? Who else didn't
Now,
done
is that
that?
a snowmobile or
People
something?
have a personal insurance policy for that PIP. That's for hit and run. But how did they know who hit her? How did they know she did it? There's witnesses?
We'll answer these questions and more coming up on the Outcast podcast.
I want to know.
That tease.
We also have an article that came across my feed on BuzzFeed that says people are divulging kinky sex things that they've tried and they end up loving them.
Which means he was buzzed when he was reading the feed.
Yeah, I probably was late night buzz reading the feed, and I found that there are some kinky things out there you can try if you're ready to spice things up with you and your significant other. We have that coming up, and some arguments we'll try to stay away from, but somehow I feel like we don't always agree, but we do at the end of the show.
Okay.
Is that right?
You gave away our secret.
A lot
Do
of
we
times.
agree? No.
I don't know if we agree, but
We don't
come
agree,
to
but
common
we're
ground.
Still friends.
Put
That's
our
the best part.
differences aside. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we still friends.
I think if we all
Debatable.
agreed, we'd be like, it
What
would
the
be
fuck?
weird.
You're weak.
Yeah, we'd be idiots because Tom.
Yeah.
I have something going on in my house that just got laid on me just before the show,
what happened?
where they're trying to bring another animal in the house.
Ooh,
We
that's fun.
already have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and we are down to 1 bird because we had a death in the bird family.
How did that end up turning out for you? You never gave us an update.
Oh, the bird died.
Well, we know that.
That's pretty cut and dry.
I put it in
yeah.
a box and put it in the trash. My
You
daughter
give it a
wanted me
proper
to.
send-off?
My daughter wanted me to bury it, but I was like, then the dog will dig it up, and then trying to have bird wings. So I decided to just put it in a shoebox, threw it in the trash. I think it's out by the side of the road right now if you guys wanted to go check it out. But the dead bird, but now they're trying to push another dog on me. At some point, you have to put your foot down.
Why didn't you just bury it on the other side of the fence?
Yeah, you got to bury
It's
the
all
bird.
woods over
the
there.
trash is weird.
Or just toss them over there at least.
Well, I
You
mean,
ain't gotta bury 'em, just throw 'em
goldfish.
over the fence.
Goldfish, I flushed down the toilet.
Yeah,
Well, they're water.
they're water.
I just didn't bury it. You just flush it, and
That's
I guess
like burying it.
I have buried a
Yes.
dog. A dog I've buried.
I've buried my dog many
If you
a
put
time.
the dog in the trash, you're in trouble.
That's why I have 5 kids.
Then you're in trouble.
I try to bury my
The
dog
neighbor's
weekly.
going to be like, hey, I got to talk to you.
No.
It's like how many animals in the house are too many until you finally put your foot down?
As many as you got
for
right
me,
now.
it's 2.
You have
I think
2
it's
animals.
subjective.
2
That's
animals.
it. You try to add another one. Actually, I have 3. But the hamster, we don't pay attention to. He's a
I
little
agree with that.
fucker.
I have
know
dog
what?
and cat, and it is a symbiotic relationship between
Yeah,
dog and
them
cat.
2. Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, now you can bring Animal in from the Muppets. Be okay
The
with
drummer.
that.
Yeah,
Animal.
Gentry won't have that.
Yeah.
That's his drum set.
I always liked Animal. He was one of my
Me too.
favorite
Yeah.
Muppets.
Agreed.
Well, anyway, that's just like it's hard to say no to the dogs. They're going to the shelter, and you're going to help a dog that's could be put down soon. So
Can you rid them on the weekend?
and we got a big yard out here.
So you pretty much lost
I
that
can tell
vote,
by the
huh,
look
dude?
on your face
You're
and the
getting it.
monitor there
You're
that
doing it.
you are getting this dog.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know. Something tells
I
me.
can hear it in his voice.
I'm
He's
a
kinda
beaten-
defeated.
I'm a
And
beaten man.
I for
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
am happy that you're
Very
getting the
sneaky
dog.
suspicion.
Because I agree with them. This is a beautiful property. And if you didn't have a big place, you know, 3 dogs might be too many.
Well, what kind of dog?
And then honestly, your bigger dog, he's a little long in the tooth there.
Yeah,
you might be burying him in the
you haven't
backyard
seen my
soon.
dog. My dog is long in the tooth.
Yeah, no, I came over to his house the other day. He was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, he knows there's a Hispanic here. He gets
And when I get to the house, he doesn't wake up before I get through the door. Like I'm already unlocked the door, open the door, get through the door. He's laying there on the floor, sleeping. And I'm standing in front of him and I'll be like, hey. And I have to like be like, whistle, you know, woo. And then he's like,
well, they can smell you.
It's you.
yeah.
You are
They
here.
can smell you. He's like, man,
No,
don't
he's
fucking me.
asleep
I'm
until I
taking a
like wake
nap,
him up.
you
Until I like
because
Sonic.
he don't want to.
Well, that's the thing. I can smell the dog. You know, the dogs fart, the dogs puke, the
oh,
dogs
man, don't
leave
even
hair
start.
around.
My dog shit my house this morning. I wanted to strangle him. After
My
I took
cat
him out
bit me
already
on my finger
at
this
5
morning. I'm
o'clock
trying
in the
to cuddle
morning.
the wife.
My dog did exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
I had
well-
to clean up shit and he peed.
That's because my wife and them are feeding him pumpkin with his fucking dog food. Way to go!
Pumpkin,
Ew.
Next
huh?
time I'm waking
Oh,
you
he
up.
can have pumpkin.
What kind of food do you think Donald Trump will be eating when he's behind bars?
Probably the best if he goes.
Because it seems as though somehow,
Ding-a-ling
some way,
sandwich.
Hamburgers.
Donald Trump, they keep. I say this about Donald Trump: they keep trying to bury the guy, but for some reason they can't ever find anything to bury him on. But it seems like even Trump himself said he was going to be arrested this week. Tomcat, I know how much you watch the news. You told me today, quote from Tomcat, I'm just watching the news. I'm on the
I
feed
do
all
watch the
day
news
long.
a lot. Yeah,
You
I
told
do.
me that. You love the news.
I'm a nerd for the news.
So what is going on? Donald Trump was supposed to be arrested Tuesday. It's now
yesterday.
Wednesday.
He said that.
Yeah,
He did.
Why? And he's going to be arrested because of a Stormy Daniels payoff? Is that what this is about?
Stormy Daniels payoff.
Oh, really?
I think it was 2014. Michael Cohen
I
paid
remember that. You
paid the
guys don't
money
remember?
originally. He paid him back. But those type of NDAs, which is a non-disclosure agreement, they're not illegal. And then what they're saying is illegals. They're saying that he said on his taxes that it was legal fees, but it should have been
Something
campaign
else. Yeah.
campaign donation. But that doesn't make sense because you wouldn't use campaign funds for that.
No, that's a crime within itself.
It's not
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he
you're
did
not
it. He
supposed
paid
to.
his own money. You see, he paid
Or
his
did
own
he?
money.
Or did he?
He did.
You sure?
Yes, they have.
He
They
doesn't have
know.
money.
They know.
He doesn't have liquid
Yeah.
money. He's broke.
But another thing is there's statute of limitations on both of those. There's 2 years for the first charge, and even if they bump it up to the felony with the campaign finance thing, it's 5 years, and that's 7 years ago.
Look,
so it's run up.
his family's loaded, dude. Like, they've been loaded. I mean, he probably doesn't have a lot of liquid cash, but they have a lot of assets. Chances are he's going to, even if they find him guilty, whatever.
It's a
he may
misdemeanor charge
Yeah,
they're
he
trying
may
to
not
run, right?
spend any time in prison for something like that.
course
Like,
not.
cut
I mean,
that.
He gonna use it to an advantage. Be like, oh,
Well,
look
I
what
think
they
he's
did,
trying
blah,
to-
blah, blah.
yeah, that-
He's
yeah,
paid-
I
mean,
think
he's
that's where he's
paid
going with
off a porn star, and a lot of they say they're saying that it never actually happened. Even Stormy Daniels said it never actually happened.
He never paid her.
They never had sex.
Well, I
Probably
thought
'cause he
she
couldn't.
said he
I
was
thought-
terrible. I thought
Yeah, I thought
I've
she
heard
said
her
that
say
he
that
hit.
it was terrible.
He probably
Yeah, she
couldn't
said
get
he
it up.
hit. Yeah.
You are
He's-
fake news.
He's fucking 120 years old.
Don't be rude.
Nah,
that's right.
who
No,
knows
no,
what's
no,
going to
no.
happen? But one of the things I had written down was
He'll be all right.
that it's just a lot of people I think that if they charge him with this stuff, he won't be able to run for president. But it
Nah.
doesn't bar you from running for president
Of
because
course
the
it don't.
only things that the Constitution says you need to
Come
run for
on.
president is you got to be a natural citizen.
All presidents
you gotta
do
be
this.
Can
you got to be
imagine-
All
35 years
presidents.
old and you
Can
have to have
imagine
lived
if
in
they
the
do
United
get this
States for
they get
13
his
years.
ass
So
on
he's
something?
it doesn't say anything
And it-
about if you've been charged with anything you can't run. So he can still run for president, you know. So
Yeah, this motherfucker be locked up and run for president.
but they won't.
And if
They
in this
can't.
country,
They
this
won't lock
motherfucker
him
might
up
win.
for.
We elected our first for real criminal.
But do we
from
really want to
behind
live in a
bars.
country where you're locking up your political opponents? That's not how you're supposed
Everybody
to do it
else
in
Fuck
America.
it. Why not?
Political opponents.
Yeah, everybody
Well,
else
if they
do it.
do
Why
He's
some
the
not?
fucked
front
up
runner
shit.
for
I
the
don't-
next election.
I don't care who fucks up and does some fucked up shit in this country. We should all be liable for the
Yeah,
same
agree.
responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who they are. Now,
True.
if he
No,
did
I
some
agree
fucked
with
up shit
that.
and they find it, then yeah, he should go to jail. If they don't, something like this, I don't think he's gonna see it. I mean, it's not gonna do nothing. I think.
But he won't.
I kind of agree with Memphis in the sense that I think he's playing it to be more of a situation than it really is in order to kind of get some, some of that.
Sympathy,
Oh man, look like people are fucking with him, like
Right.
that sympathy.
He's
Trying to become president.
Well, today,
again.
I guess
he's
the
been through a lot of
proceedings-
shit. He's trying to, get some love.
peeking into it as we started, and they're saying the proceedings like mysteriously stopped for the day today.
Sure.
So
Why not? Yeah,
I don't know. And then there's been rumors that he may not charge him at all. He may
Right.
not charge him
That's
'cause
what I'm
of-
saying, dude.
I mean,
money
Then
talks
he still
in
has
this country,
to deal with the
bro.
Georgia
He still got
thing
the
where he
Georgia
told them
situation.
to.
Yeah.
They're saying he told them to
That's why he
find
might
votes
get
in a
him.
phone call. I don't agree with that. I think he said, like, basically, I feel like he was like, "You telling me that there's not 1,000 votes?"
nah,
You
gotta
know,
take
but a
it
lot
how
of
he
people are
said.
taking it like he's like, "I need you to find me 1,000
That's
votes."
kind of like
So
how
that's
he
what
said
that
it.
one's
That's
about.
how he said it.
Yeah,
And then
That's
the
the
other
context of how
one,
he
and
said
then the
it.
third case is about the documents. But I think that one's a wash because of Biden with the documents. So that's that, I think.
I have the news
I don't
article
know about
here. This is from CBS, from her interview she did on 60 Minutes, Stormy Daniels. It says that she had a 2006 sexual encounter with Trump that she said she didn't want. But
That's rape, isn't it?
but she didn't. But she said. But she didn't say
I'm sure
no.
that didn't happen.
The article says that she didn't say no, but she didn't really want it. Either.
Well, once he grabs him by the pussy,
yeah, well,
it's over.
At that point, they want it.
game
Trump-
over.
Trump is saying it never happened, that he never had sex with her. And in the waning weeks of the 2016 presidential campaign, Trump's then lawyer, Michael Cohen said that he paid Daniels $130,000
Boom.
for her to shut her mouth and not say anything.
And that's
Didn't he
another
go to
thing.
jail for that
She
shit?
owes him money.
Well, hold on, but then
Yeah, because
Michael
he
Cohen
gave her
went to jail.
130 to shut up, and she didn't
She
shut up.
owes him money.
Dude.
What?
This
what?
guy- look.
he's gonna
Technically
he's gonna wind up fucking not getting charged, and then she's gonna end up having to pay him money.
I
I don't
just
know.
can't
I ain't
understand
gonna lie.
how
I would
anybody.
like to see it happen. I wanna
She
see
always
the
ends up on the
motherfucker go
wrong
to
end of
jail.
shit.
I-
That Michael Avenatti guy took her for a ride, and now
This is exhausting. Are these the type of people we want involved in our national politics?
Yeah.
I think they're
Really?
all shady.
They-
Of course they are. But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like,
they all
God damn
are.
it.
Since we've
Can't
been
we do
doing this.
better? Can't
Since
we
we-
do better? America?
No.
Florida, especially?
No.
I didn't even get into that shit.
No.
But come on.
It's great
No,
living
what-
in Florida. I feel like we have a lot of freedom that other states don't have living
Nah, it's
in
not.
Florida.
What about Rainbow? You
Oh,
run
it's
for
you can't
office,
learn about
Rainbow.
stuff,
Not about
it's
that.
against the
No,
law to
it's-
learn about history.
Nah, it's not. About
I'm talking about
pathetic.
during COVID. If you lived in New York, I mean, it seems like just a couple months ago they finally started opening their city up. People were pouring out of states like New York and California.
Florida anyway. I mean, they weren't going west; they were always coming south. New York has
Yeah.
always done that.
Yeah.
It's
Most states do.
It just Florida. I think what Rainbow's saying is like, can we do better? Like with
A lot of people-
decisions and shit.
Shit
And
that's
I'm
going
like-
on in the state that
I'm
just
like,
doesn't make sense.
no.
It's-
Like what
A lot of
specifically?
people, a lot of people are screaming that
Look
on both
into it.
sides of the aisle to
Screaming
agree with
what?
you guys.
With
To
what?
agree
look
with
into
you.
it, dude. Look
That-
into it.
That people think we
I
could
just-
do better in our representative government on
Yeah.
all levels.
Everywhere.
Fuck yeah.
I think
Everywhere.
people say
Everywhere.
one thing, but I don't believe it because I just don't believe it.
But we
Anybody-
keep voting.
can't.
They
A
keep
person to
voting
tell-
in names they know.
A person
It's
to
the
tell
name
you
you know.
anything to make you believe them to get off their ass and then turn around and do the opposite. So I don't believe it.
You guys remember that movie? What was
What
the name
movie?
of the movie, Gentry? It's the name you know.
Distinguished gentlemen.
Distinguished
Oh,
Gentlemen.
yeah,
and that's how
we
it is,
talked
man.
about that.
People just vote for the
Eddie
name
Murphy.
they know on
I
the
said
ticket.
that.
And all he
I
did
said
in that
that. And
movie,
Sure.
in
And
that
not
movie,
only
Eddie
that-
Murphy, he just switched
Sure.
his, he had the same name as the guy that
And that's
people
on,
knew.
and that's on both parties because people will vote like when my mom and dad were always Republican or Democrat or whatever. Some will fall in line. Or all my friends vote this way. I'm gonna vote this way because if we get to talking about it, then I don't want to seem like I'm the outcast when I believe something totally different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People go along to get along, and then when shit like get fucking crazy, and then it's like, well, how did you let this happen? Because you idiots, you don't pay attention to your state and local elections first, because
Exactly.
everybody pay attention to the presidential election. That's one thing. But if you ain't paying attention to your state and local, you just a goddamn idiot. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you that because these
true.
people that you
That's true.
elect as these career politicians, your dumb ass is keeping them in there, and you're not reading your ballots and all that correctly because they hide shit in bills and all this stuff. So they say they want you to vote for this proposition, whatever, but you don't read. You're like, oh, okay, I heard about this, so I'm gonna go for that. But you ain't read the whole shit. It's another bunch of fucked up shit that they slide in there. Both parties do the shit, so I ain't calling one. I'm calling them out on both. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do better. If this country really want to do better, people got to want to do better. And I'm saying Americans don't want to do better because everybody off for their goddamn self. So this is what the fuck we get.
And to take that a little, expand on what he was just saying about how they vote on these bills and put a bunch of stuff in it. Those bills are called omnibus bills. And they didn't always do that. They would vote on one bill at a time, bring it to the floor and vote on it. That's the problem.
Right.
Now they're bringing these stacked bills, and they don't bring the bill in until they're about to go on vacation, and nobody can read it, and they got 48 hours to sign it, and that's it. Boom. And it has money for this and money for that.
But
And
here's
all
the thing.
all in there.
And here's the
That's how they
thing.
do it.
And the way you presented that is like you're saying they do this and they do that. No, they are fucking allowed to do that shit. Okay,
Because the
they
people
only
allow them
do
to do
it
it.
because they're allowed to fucking do it. We need to stop that shit. We need to put like
We're trying
time
to get,
limits
people
on
want
shit.
to put
We need
called
to
term
fucking-
limits, and
No,
people want
we
term
need to,
limits
we
on
need to put
Congress.
like
agree.
we need to
I
tell them,
agree.
hey,
And
if
the
you're gonna vote on
bureaucracies
some
need
shit,
to be rooted
it
out,
needs
man.
to be done.
These bureaucracies that are
Right.
there for people are there for their whole lives and they're never voted in.
It needs to be done properly. It needs to be done with time for everybody to read the bill, for the public to understand what the fuck they're voting on. Like, I understand that shit takes time, and maybe not everything can be done that meticulously, but we can definitely do better than motherfuckers voting at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning when 80% of the people
Didn't
who
read it.
really don't know about it didn't read it and probably can't even fucking
They
be
just
there.
wanna go
So
home
they're
for
voting with like
vacation.
8 fucking people, and then, oh yeah, 8 people are making decisions for the rest of the fucking country. Nah, man, that's bullshit. We got to do better, America. This
I don't
is not
disagree with
working.
that.
This is not working. It's
I
not
also-
working.
I also
not
like-
for us.
I like
not for
the-
regular motherfuckers.
I like the term limits for pilots. As my son Jordan is going to flight school,
Okay.
I've learned that you can be a commercial pilot, but you can't pass the age of 65. They just say that they don't
Right.
want people flying planes over 65. Why would they want people running the country that are? I would think
Agreed.
65 might be a little low, maybe 75. But
Nah, I
at
want no
some
70
point,
motherfucker doing shit. He
at
can sit
some
your ass
point,
down.
at 70, 75 years old, it's time to get the golf clubs. It's time to go to an early bird special.
And then once
it's
again,
it's time to
AARP,
enjoy your.
wait, we might not
Yeah.
have that shit.
once again, that's on us too. I agree. I agree with you, Gentry, 100%. But I think we also got to see that's on us because we keep voting these people in. We've done better.
And not only
We've
that,
done better before.
I don't know about that, but
What do you mean?
I wouldn't go that far.
Obama was a good president. Carter was good. The first Bush wasn't horrible.
Do you say
one of
Biden
them
is
were
a bad
good.
president?
I thought Reagan was
he's
a good
not done
president.
yet.
Reagan was
done
horrible.
yet.
What are you talking about,
Reagan is
dude?
the reason why they've got
Most of
fucking
this shit's going right now.
cocaine and crack on the streets. Reagan
That was gonna happen.
horrible.
Man, they had the whole
Nah,
DARE program come
nah,
out.
fuck DARE.
Just say
DARE
no to
needs
drugs.
That boy, I
That-
grew up with that.
that-
Just say
what-
no.
What the
Nancy
DARE
Reagan.
what the
Fuck
DARE
that.
program did, I think, was make it possible for prisons to become private entities and make a lot of money off of
Private.
incarcerating
Private.
poor people.
Exactly.
Tons of poor
Because
people
Yeah,
How
the war
does
on
it-
drugs was
No,
definitely a
because-
failure.
against poor
And
people.
guess who administration that was? The Reagan administration. How the fuck you gonna give somebody a motherfucker got the same amount of cocaine and crack rock, and the motherfucker with cocaine get a way lighter sentence, but the motherfucker had one crack rock, and this motherfucker get football numbers?
But Joe
Because they
Biden
don't smoke
authored the
crack.
1996 crime bill, and that was the
But he
same
wasn't the
shit.
only one. He wasn't the only one. That's if you gonna
They
call
all-
out one, you gotta call out everybody
all-
else a part of it.
they all-
You can't
they-
just put just on one.
They all tried it.
They
you know,
all
and,
did
and
that
you
shit.
can't
Hillary
fault
Clinton with her
the
bitch
president.
ass.
You can't fault the president for any
The
president.
crazy thing about Joe Biden, this is what I just want to say about that. He was a congressman. He's been in the government for 50 years. Then he was the vice president. Now he's the fucking
And he did a good
president.
job.
I
Yeah.
mean, come on. We
No,
don't have
that-
anybody
And you
else.
know-
This
you know
one
what?
man has
That's
been
true.
in Congress this entire time. Then he's the
That's
vice
true.
president for 8
That's
and
true.
effing years. Now he gets to be the
That's
president too.
true.
Like, give me
That's
a fucking
true.
break.
But,
Give somebody else.
Okay, calm down, Tomcat,
I'm
because
just
we
saying.
know you're
I mean,
one-sided.
I
Hold on,
agree-
let me talk.
I agree with
Let me
Tomcat
talk.
on this
No,
one.
no. You're wrong as well. Okay?
I don't like
any-
in this perspective, and I'm not talking about him in particular, but if you think about it,
I did go over at the top a little bit on that.
Any CEO of any company or anything that has done really well, okay, a lot of times their CEOs ain't just some motherfucker that popped up off the street. It's somebody that has at least been in the business and has done the shit, knows their shit, and has done it well for a long
That's
time.
America's a
And I'm
business.
sorry,
That's all
let me
fine and
finish.
dandy.
I'm sorry. Regardless of what's going on right now, I don't pay attention as much as I should, but I know when he was vice president under Obama, he did a great fucking job. Okay, and that's
That's
enough.
when he did all his shady business. That's when he took all the documents they're finding.
Disagree with
Bullshit,
that,
dude. You get out of Fox News, dude. They've
dis-
already told you they fucking
That they
lied to
only-
you, bro.
I don't even
What are you
watch
talking
you.
about? They didn't find documents in his house. That's a
Hold
lie.
on.
Come
Hold
on,
on,
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
dude.
Come on,
Knock
Rainbow.
it the
No,
fuck
I'm
off.
listen. I'm not trying to fuck with you,
hold on.
but you're saying it's a
This is
lie. They found
ridiculous
documents
stuff.
at his
Okay,
house.
okay,
Those
okay.
are simple things. They're
These-
very
these-
I don't
small.
even
Whatever.
watch.
You're trying to
I don't
say I'm a
even watch
conspiracy
Fox
theorist
News,
over
and
the
I can tell you
smallest thing.
Biden is suck.
Right?
Hold
Like,
on,
what
hold
are
on,
you
T,
talking
hold on.
about?
I don't
I'm
even-
talking.
I don't even
You
watch
can't
the
all talk
fuck.
at once. Let's let TK finish his
That
comment.
was it. I was just
Are you
saying,
done?
look, are you trying to say they didn't find documents at his house? It's
I'm
only on
trying to
Fox
say,
News
I'm
land.
sure at any fucking politician in the country, they can find some kind of fucking document at the house. I'm pretty sure that the reason he's still the fucking president and nothing happened of it is because the people that you listen to made it a way bigger fucking deal than it really is.
All right,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna jump in.
Go ahead, Memphis.
I
You're
don't
next.
I don't even watch Fox News at all. But Joe Biden is not a good.
They're the
Fox
number
News.
one rated
He's
news
not-
channel.
Listen, it's
I
the
don't even-
news.
I
It's
don't
just
watch
news.
it.
It's not
It's
news.
not
It's not
Fox
news.
News
He's-
and CNN News.
I
It's
don't watch
just
that
fucking
shit.
It's not
news.
news.
It's what's happening in the world.
But I'm saying
not
I don't
news.
think
You
he's
call
a
it
good
no.
president.
You call it that so you can
They
say
said
that.
themselves.
That's
they-
where you say that every time
I'm
so
not
that
talking
anything
about.
I
I'm not
say
talking
is
about
invalid.
I'm
It's
not talking.
bullshit.
I'm not talking about like the local.
You don't wanna talk
Fox
about the
News
issues.
channels and stuff like that. What are you talking about? I'm not talking about shit that's fucking made up or exploded to be something that it's not, dude.
And
it's
what-
already proven time and
which
time
was that?
again.
And what thing was that?
Fucking, I don't know. Pick a fucking subject that they talk about, bro. It's fucking everything. All right, every fucking thing
All right,
they
listen,
do.
We don't
is
need all the
fucking
we don't need
shady.
all the f bombs now.
All
Rainbow.
right, sorry. But I mean, I'm just trying to make a point, dude. Like, okay, I understand.
I just
you
find
hear them and
it
you get the
funny.
stories.
I'm talking
Yes.
about issues, and
Sure.
you're talking about Fox News.
No,
I'm
you're
not talking about Fox News.
That's who you listen to, though. That
No, it
goes
is
where you're
not.
getting your info from.
You're insane. You sit and watch me here for hours, do
Okay.
research on this computer with all different
Fox
websites
News.
for this show. You
Fox
watch me.
News.
And then you come on here and you say, I watch Fox News. I'm just saying, it's insane.
Fox News.
I'm just not going to hear it.
All right,
That's
let's
Well-
change subjects at this point. I have a new subject that I'd like to move on to. This is a lot more fun. This one.
Sound like Succession.
This is from BuzzFeed. Caught my attention. It says
Okay.
people are divulging kinky sex things that they tried, and they ended up loving these things. So you're gonna want to listen to this next segment.
Like what?
Yes. So the first thing it says here on the list that you should maybe try, it might enlighten your sex life. I don't know if I like this. Getting bitten. You know, have your significant other bite you.
Bite you.
Give you a hickey. Remember, hickeys were cool in high school, or were
I
they?
hated
Very true,
those
very
things,
true.
man. I hated those things. The passion marks is what we call them.
I'm not a fan of biting.
do
I'd
you-
rather you not bite me,
Huh?
to be honest.
Did you ever
Did I ever give a girl one? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
it was
yeah,
like
I do that
it
shit
was
on
like a
purpose.
stamp.
It
It was like
was.
giving a girl a tattoo,
yeah,
you know.
Give that
It
shit on
was.
purpose. That's
Well, yeah,
crazy.
you most probably did it on accident the first time. Then you were like,
Nah,
whoa.
you know what you was doing. Nah, you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing.
You,
Like,
might get in
We're some
trouble too
nasty
if she had to go home to
hey,
her mom or
you
her
go-
dad,
you
and
be in
then you
school
left the
next
hickeys
day,
on there.
you see
You're
a
in
girl-
trouble.
You see a girl walk on a big ass bed, be like,
And
God
then-
damn, somebody tore her ass up.
And then I think the funniest thing about the hickeys is all the weird ways people would try to cover it up, going to school with like a turtleneck and shit, and everybody's like, bitch.
What were some ways they say if you put like a cold spoon in the freezer and you put it on and like massage it, like it kind of keep the blood flowing.
Right.
And I had
I heard
one-
that.
I had this girlfriend.
Put all your hickey cures in the comments below.
Yeah, totally. I was messing around with this girl and messed around her with another girl, and she put one on my neck, and I'm like, God damn it, she gonna catch me. So my homeboy mama put like some makeup and shit on my neck because we went on a date.
You got a hickey,
I
Memphis?
Yeah, I was like 16 at the time.
What are you trying to say, Jeffrey?
Well, I'm
yeah. What are you
just
trying to say?
curious.
What? What you-
Like I know.
What you trying to say, man?
I know when
Step
I
in it now, motherfucker.
get when I get a hickey, it comes out like a red hickey.
Uh-oh.
What are you trying to
What
say?
color are your hickeys? I'm never, I'm not black. I don't know what color my,
I don't know, motherfucking shit.
What color are your hickeys?
We should.
I don't know.
Top
You know
guy,
what?
give
Maybe
him
I
one.
have my.
Well, it's
I'll
blood.
tell
It's
my-
probably purple.
I'll tell my wife to suck on my neck or some shit.
Yeah,
and
come
then,
in with a
you know.
hickey next
Well,
week.
actually,
I'd
no,
like to
'cause
do
I don't
some
like that.
analysis.
It still freak me
It's
out.
like a darker
She'll probably do it
coloration,
anyway.
right?
Yeah, it's probably it is a little dark.
Yeah, it's just like a
Whatever.
dark
I mean,
coloration.
I ain't that
Kind of like a
goddamn dark,
bruise.
motherfucker.
Just like a
Shit.
bruise.
Yeah, I
Slow
still-
down.
All right, well, it might
That's
calm
borderline
down.
racist, dog. I don't like that. Borderline racist.
It wasn't racist. It was
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
trying to understand. I'm trying, it's communication.
I don't know, man.
It is.
I call it communication.
You know what? Here's
Leave all comments
and
in
this is funny. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this because obviously I'm married to a white woman. You are as well. And we
My wife's
kind of
Italian.
have these. So's my wife. We kind
so
of
they're
have
not
these
full white. They're only.
She's Italian.
Yeah, don't tell them that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's pretty terrible. But there's a lot of. She tells me there's a lot of times where white people from rural areas, may tend to say and do things that probably are racist. Tend to be racist and are construed as racist. Construed as racist.
What
Yeah,
are you Eddie Vedder singing?
we did just hear the whole album. So, but they don't really know that that's what they're doing. They don't understand the fact that that's what they're doing.
Are you trying to say I
of-
don't understand that I'm being a
well,
racist? I'm not trying to be a racist. I'm just trying to
It's
understand.
just you've been. Well, no. But that's why you're asking. Is what I'm saying is you're asking him because you're not trying to be racist. You're asking him because you don't know and you want to understand how that works. But see, that could come off as like, why are you asking me that shit? Like that's kind of fucked up. Like, can you see the hickeys on my? Because I was gonna ask him that too. Honestly,
What the fuck?
but then I
But-
stopped because I thought it was offensive.
I mean, it's not.
Asshole. We still got a
But
lot
you
of show
thought
left.
it though,
to-
motherfucker.
Like, we
let's
still
move
got
on.
a whole lot
Hey.
of show left to get your
Let's
ass
move on
back
to the
now.
next one. Let's move on to the next
All
one.
right, what we got?
I love you guys.
We're finally gonna score.
Here we are.
Sorry, that was the wrong button. Still funny.
Okay, so if you want to spice up your sex life, according to BuzzFeed, you can try these things, and biting, hickeys, it's a thing.
Oh, cool.
The next one is, this woman says a guy wants to ask me if he could spit in my mouth.
Ew.
You know what?
disgusting.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not with it.
And it
Spit
said,
what?
Disgusting.
it surprised me, the girl said, and she said, I let him do it because I'm very submissive in bed. And she said, honestly, afterwards, it was a huge turn on. She liked being told what to do, and he was like, open your mouth, I'm going to spit in you. And she was like, yes.
I tried it with my wife. She was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to spit
What if
on
you're-
me.
what if- what if you're
What are
just
we
like-
talking about here? Are we
What if
talking
you-
like
what if you were
actual
just like, no,
sputum
don't even
spit?
open your mouth.
It's
Let me
only
just
one
spit in
thing.
your face.
What the hell you talking
Oh,
about?
I thought we were like spit. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, like, hey, spit in my mouth.
Oh,
Let me
that's
open
my mouth.
disgusting.
Let me just tell you what my old lady would say. Not old lady. My lady would say. I'd be getting in trouble. What my lady would say.
She would kick you
she'd
out.
kick
old
my
lady.
ass. Well, my lady would
She
say
wants
if I
me to
tried
shit in
that
her
shit,
mouth.
I'd be getting my ass whooped if I tried that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
And
kinda
I'm good with
deserve
that
it.
because I don't really want a woman that's like spit it on in me, spit in me.
Wait, spit
I'm
in
cool.
my ass.
I'm
Well, then
good.
now we talking.
good.
Now I've
Spit in my
watched
ass.
Was there a loogie in there?
Ew, gross.
I've watched some Pornhub where they spit on their hand, and then they
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you
Now
need
you got to
it.
lube it up. Look,
Yeah.
it's now.
Yeah.
Can't be dry. That's another thing.
Yeah.
It can't
Sorry,
be dry.
I
baby,
prefer to
I
go
work
down
you out.
and do it manually,
not
but
lube.
hey,
It's
you
not
know,
gonna work if it's dry.
sometimes it doesn't.
I mean, if it's chafed,
always
you ain't
pan
getting
out.
chafed down there.
Now,
No, you
what's the
gotta
best
lubricate.
lube, fellas? What's the best lube? I
heard
shouldn't ask
Astroglide
that. I
does a
shouldn't
good-
ask. that.
Natural.
job.
Just came
natural.
out.
it's some kind of female-smelling lotion is what I
KY
like to
jelly.
use. KY, is that the
Oh,
best?
that's the
Still
old
around?
school one, I
Are
guess.
we talking
Yeah.
about backdoor action here?
No, we will not
Possibly.
be talking about backdoor.
Maybe we are.
Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
All right,
Just
so
we got squeamish.
Yes.
spitting is not a thing for any of
Yeah,
us
that's-
on the
that's
panel.
nasty.
All right.
But you could try it, I guess, if you want.
Gross.
Nope.
The next on the list, if you want to spice up your sex life, according to BuzzFeed, degrading and being dominant towards my man. This is what this woman said. I've always been much more submissive, so when my boyfriend asked me to switch the roles, I wasn't sure how much I'd like it, or even if it would feel natural. But it felt so good, and it turned him on wildly. So she became the dominant. She was normally submissive,
Oh,
but she
shit.
decided she was going to tell him how it was going down.
So there's no middle of the road here. There's just like fucking, I'm gonna give it to you, or I'm gonna get spit in my mouth here, one or the other. There's no middle of the road. Like
Yeah, I
I
don't like that
I just
one
want to
either.
have sex and nobody spit in my fucking mouth, and I don't have to like
Well, I'm down to do some
hit
new
anybody over
shit.
the head
I like
with a
trying
fucking
new
butt
shit.
plug.
New shit is fun.
I mean, can't we just get back to the
Whoa.
basics? Maybe some missionary, maybe some doggy. I mean, why does it have to be spitting and
Good luck.
and biting.
I don't
you know.
mind the biting is cool as long as you don't draw blood or leave it
Yeah.
into the hickeys. That's a little
Yeah, no
juvenile. But the biting is okay.
All right,
If
next,
she has to.
let's read next on the list. I haven't read these
stop.
yet, so I'm reading them for the first time with you. My ex-girlfriend and I were browsing porn together,
Weird.
and we stumbled upon a lesbian piss scene.
Sweet.
What are we
A
reading?
lesbian pissing?
Now, was
Yeah,
it
ain't
piss
squirting.
or was it?
That's a
squirt.
funny little wiener she
'Cause
got
we
there.
discussed the latter before. We had
Yeah,
the,
we did discuss squirting.
yeah, because we had that one lady that was like the world squirter with the furthest squirt.
Oh man.
further squirt.
What if you were like going down on her and she decided to?
I saw
her
I
thing
saw a
down
She
there.
probably
comedian.
drowned you because
Now she works at the local car wash.
She's a part snake.
I saw a comedian on Instagram where he was, going downtown to Chinatown, and he wore the like swimming goggles, and then all of a sudden, like a fire hose just started pouring out between his legs, and he's like trying to breathe, and he's got his goggles on. It was a pretty funny little bit. But let's move on to the finish this up here. It says they decided to watch this pissing lesbian scene,
Okay.
and then it
Why is
said
that funny? That's
they
hilarious.
both just sort of said, let's try it. And she drank some water. It says here, we went in the shower. I got on my knees and she proceeded to piss on my tits. I'm just reading this verbatim. And talk about
Probably
an
warm, I guess.
Did she cock
waking
her leg or
moment.
anything?
Wait, so 2 girls did this, right?
Yeah, 2 girls. One girl urinating on
So
another.
I guess
This
we're
is
over
making
COVID at this point.
Man, I feel like
Spit in my mouth and go ahead and just piss on me.
Was this
And then,
before or after the
piss
2
on
girls shit in the cup?
I don't know, but
That was
this,
way,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
a while
2
ago
girls
that
went-
that
oh,
happened,
God.
and the world is still shaking from it.
this stuff
literally
is very
disgusting.
disrespectful. I mean, I feel like it's disrespectful to your significant other. You're going to piss on them. You're going to spit on them.
Yeah.
I saw some
I
shit
just
in
don't. I don't
Germany
like
one
it.
time that was pretty
It just
disturbing.
seems
Hey,
like
Donald Trump
very
likes golden
degrading.
showers, don't he?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You
And
hear
I
something
don't
like
want to
that?
know.
Trumpster, yeah, I was thinking of that the PP tape. That's
remember
the
that?
whole tape. That
Yeah,
was the
that's
tape
weird.
that they tried. They were saying it was Russian, and he was
That's so weird.
and he was in the
Oh.
Moscow
Hey.
hotel with
Pee
the
on me.
strippers,
Why
and they were
not?
peeing on him.
Hey.
I don't have a problem with that. If he's into that, do it, brother. Shit.
Well, shit, let R. Kelly ass out of jail. People getting pissed on.
Well, she was 13, bro.
Oh,
Calm
wait,
down.
Okay, yeah, stop. Pardon me. Rewind that. Take
All
that
right.
out. Take that out.
We have a couple more here on the list.
Sans the age thing.
Free R. Kelly. No, I was kidding.
This next one might be fun. It seems like I feel like I've tried this a few times. I think ecstasy was involved,
Sweet.
but
This is good.
using ice cubes in the bedroom.
Yeah, man.
Putting ice cubes on your significant other, especially, it could go both ways, I guess. I don't really need any ice cubes on me,
Yeah.
but
Don't put them on my balls. Don't do that.
I guess the women like ice cubes rubbed over their chests.
Well,
Have you ever done that? Picked up a bag of ice, Tomcat, came home and poured it all over your wife?
No.
No.
No. Apparently.
What about you, Ray? You ever iced your
but
girl down?
What ecstasy does is it raises your body temperature,
shit.
so that
Yeah.
it probably does feel real good as an effect, especially with like one of those Vicks vapor rub nose things shoved up your nostril.
What?
Yeah. It's
That's a
good
bit
time.
much, man.
It's a
son.
good
Yeah,
time.
that's back in the day, man. That's in the
time.
Raven days.
Break
Alright.
beats. Florida break beats.
Here's another
Boom.
one. Here's another one. For the first time, I
DJ Icy.
started dating a new guy, and he asked me to milk his prostate.
Yes.
Oh,
That was hot.
I heard of that.
That is disgusting.
Have you ever had your prostate milked?
Only by a licensed physician.
Memphis, have you ever had your prostate milked before?
No, I haven't, but I've heard a lot of great things about it.
Don't worry, it's coming, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Literally, it
I
is.
think it's
I
about,
know,
I think
I
it's
know.
my year. What is it? 45?
Yeah, I gotta make a
Prostate
appointment soon
check?
anyway,
45, 50, yeah.
Oh Lord.
So
it's
you
that
could,
time.
you could look that up, kids, if you don't know what it is. Milking the prostate.
That's when KY jelly and such becomes very, very important.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
2 fingers or 3?
Do
Aw.
not Google
3.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Make sure
Do
you have a
not
short
do it.
doctor.
If you have not seen it, don't look it up.
Oh man,
they
he's
gonna
got
do-
big hands.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't go to Shaq for your prostate.
I would just request a female doctor then, man, because I want to
That's
do.
disgusting.
embarrassing.
You think she wants to do that?
Well,
That's
she a
gross.
goddamn doctor. Listen, if I had a choice,
You're weird.
I want no dude. All right, come on, dog. Bend on over. Here it come.
Yeah, that's how
No.
he says it too. He also puts on some
Then if
Barry
you like
White
accidentally fart in his
and
face, at
smokes
least
a
you,
joint before.
you won't feel bad about it. You'll be like,
That's what you get for putting your
All
finger
right.
in my ass.
We're down to the last one. I'm going to skip over some of these
Thank
because
you.
they're just kind of disgusting.
It is.
This one,
fuck, man, what's wrong with y'all?
I don't know if you guys are any of you guys feet people? You like feet?
Nah.
Not really.
You don't like a nice cute foot?
Fuck
I mean,
no.
I like nice feet, but
You don't
can't
want no
have
hammer-
hammer
I could do
toes.
without them. If they
I
just
like
had
the-
stumps and just like pegged around, I'd be happy with that.
You don't care.
I want you
Yeah,
walking around
good.
like
He's not
ballerina
picky.
feet.
How long you got to rub them?
I just don't want my girl to have a bigger shoe size than me. You know, I don't want
Toes look like a bunch of.
I don't want to be like borrowing
I'm gonna
her
leave that one
shoes
alone.
because our shoes, you know, we have the same size foot.
You like feet?
I like a nice pretty foot, you know. I don't want to see a girl with some nasty ass toes.
I like dirty feet.
You do like dirty feet.
The ball when the bottom of the foot's all dirty from
that
like
means-
walking around
Oh,
on the,
no.
That's it.
You got
Gotta go
in the
dirty-
wash
parking
your
lots.
feet.
That's like
You ain't
parking
getting up
lot
in my
foot.
goddamn bed
she's
with no
a
damn
whore.
dirty ass
No.
feet.
She's a lot lizard. Yes.
Well, this if you like
Where
feet,
are we? What exit is this? Who cares?
I want my girl to have a bunion.
Yeah.
On both feet.
Come over here, girl. You just get out of that 18-wheeler. Come with us.
So
Curious over here.
so this on the list it says my current boyfriend has a foot fetish. I love how he loves it. I don't find myself asking him, finding him to suck my toes or lube them up. But what I do like is when when I lube up the arches of my feet, he gets real worked up when I guess it's like, I don't know, lack of better words, but like jerking him off with your feet. You ever had a girl do that?
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Like lubing up your feet, and she takes her feet and she, you know,
okay,
Kicks your
up and-
penis.
goes up and down.
She
on
kicks
on
your
the
penis
bowl. Yeah.
repeatedly.
Maybe
With your
briefly until her face gets closer.
Boom.
Now you get it.
boom goes the dynamite.
Thank you.
Sweet. You're welcome.
Well,
I'll be here all week.
So those are the things on the list for if you want to spice up your sex life according to BuzzFeed. Some of them I could really do without.
Yeah,
and we
totally.
learned something about hickeys today too, which I feel like this segment was
You got to give him the more you know. You got to give him that. The more you know.
the more you know.
You got to
sure
give it to
did.
him. You got to give it to him.
We
The
definitely
more you
learned
know.
more than we thought we would.
somebody-
Dude.
Let's go on to
Wrong
the next segment here.
What we got?
You better label.
Let's
those
talk
things.
about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh,
Gwyneth
that bitch.
Paltrow.
So
All right.
she has been in a courtroom here lately because her and a 76-year-old retired Army vet, they ran into each other on the ski slopes. This guy really got hurt bad. He's badly injured. And she's saying that it was his fault, and he's saying that it's her fault. And I guess he's suing her for $3 million.
He won't get it.
It's now been reduced down to $300,000.
There you go. That's
You're
more
gonna
like
settle
it.
out of court for that.
Yeah.
And so they are kind of clowning her. The internet is having fun because she was wearing glasses that look like Jeffrey Dahmer. You know those Dahmer glasses?
Oh my
Oh,
God!
yeah.
Yes.
And there's pictures of her out on the internet. If you look, Gwyneth Paltrow in court.
Yeah, I
for
seen
this-
him. She's looking all
And she's
suspect,
she
looking
kinda-
around.
She kind of like looks like she's trying to pay homage to Jeffrey Dahmer with those glasses.
But she's
and the
kind of
tones in the courtroom and what she's wearing kind of look like.
she's
that,
kind of
too,
tiny herself though, isn't she? Like, who's this guy? Like, was he
I'm
frail old dude? Like, was he really old?
76.
Yeah, that's pretty up there, huh?
But skiing. I mean, have you guys ever been skiing, water skiing, or snow? This was snow skiing. But have you ever been skiing before?
Never. But
Never.
I think it's going to be really hard for him to recover any funds because that's a known risk of skiing. Like accidentally bumping into somebody, like you take that risk when you go out there to ski.
She
like,
bumped
that
into
could
him?
Happen.
Yeah. Well, according to they're both pointing fingers. He was saying that she was not paying attention. She was being careless, and he broke 4 ribs and he got a concussion. And he's saying
If she was negligent, then there could be
But
something
she's
there.
saying-
You
It
just
has
said
to
the
be proven.
opposite.
no, she's saying it was him. They're
But-
both saying
Right. Yeah. It has to be
It's
proven.
a
but
he said, she said.
I don't know though. I don't know if it's going to be covered though. Honestly, by her insurance, he may be able to sue her personally, but
He'll get something for it.
out of her, yeah,
He'll get something for
yeah.
it.
This ain't going nowhere.
What's the most dangerous sport or vacation that you guys, Ramo, have you done anything like Whitewater rafting. Have you ever jumped out of a plane and did skydiving?
Nah,
anything like that?
No, that's
you don't live on the edge.
Not like that, dude. That's a
ride in race cars.
That's that. I don't do nothing like that.
You just ride.
I'd say the most dangerous thing I've ever done in my life.
Drugs.
It wasn't a vacation. It was going to high school in Gary, Indiana.
Take a shot.
Let's take a shot, everybody.
What about you, Memphis? You jumped out of a plane before?
Hell yeah, I did. I fucked up my shoulder too.
How many thousand feet?
13,000.
13,000 feet.
Was this where you were in the military?
No.
He was in the military? I didn't know you were in the military.
I don't know why he keeps saying that. I don't know why he keeps saying that.
I thought all Jehovah's Witnesses went to the military.
Can I set him on fire?
Yeah.
I just want to set him on fire.
Rainbow's stirring it up.
No, but I jumped out of a plane, me and my homeboy, and I fucked up my shoulder back in 06.
Was it landing? Or
Yeah, we landed wrong because I was out in West Texas and it's all flat and the wind is really crazy.
And it's like that.
And we came down and we just wow.
That
but it was cool though. I was like, shit,
fun?
the
You
shit
have fun?
open, so I'm like, I'm gonna live. I might get hurt, but other than that, I'm all right.
And it's assumed risk. You couldn't sue the company, right?
No, because you signed a waiver.
It's assumed risk.
Yeah, you signed a waiver.
What about you, Tomcat? You done anything on the wild side? I know you have done a lot of wild things.
I've always been scared to go skydiving. I've never done that. We used to do a lot of tubing, like really fast tubing, like in the lakes and shit. That was always fun. The skateboarding shit, the electric skateboarding is pretty crazy.
That's dangerous. You posted the video of you kidding.
Well, we saw that.
I fell numerous times. It really hurt myself numerous times.
And I see your videos now that you be wearing a helmet, and I was so glad you wore a helmet then because you fell hard.
You look even more like a DTD now.
Yes, I am.
What about the side-by-side ride the other day? You about shit your pants.
Crazy.
Wait, what happened?
As I should have. I was in the back with no fucking seatbelt. It has seatbelts on. It's called a side-by-side. And it's gas powered and it's fast as shit. Have it outside and fucking. You both got seatbelts in the front, but there's a back part you can sit in, which was where I was. No seatbelt. And Gentry's driving fucking. He's just getting all fucking.
You just yeehawing it up, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was getting sideways, and Tomcat's like, "Don't forget I'm back here." I don't have a
let's go back to something. You guys used to go tubing in the lake in Florida.
We used to go down by the locks in Lehigh. You know where the locks are? We used to go tubing out there.
You know, it's gators and shit out there.
Oh, right? There is. But you got to keep moving. Got to be fast. When I used to fall off that tube, that was the scariest part.
Dude.
Flying on the tube. Because this dude we knew had a jet ski that would do like 70 miles an hour. We'd hook the tube up to it, and we'd have rodeos where he'd try to see how fast he could get us off that tube. And you just get down on the side of that tube, man. You're just whipping around that corner.
Meanwhile, Gator's sitting there looking like, as soon as your little ass fall off,
when you fall off, you do this.
That's funny.
Your arms and like.
I think it's hilarious how some people are like extremely afraid of alligators. I agree with him. I wouldn't go in the water either. But like my cousin Tony, he grew up in Florida. He would jump in the ponds, dude. Like, you're crazy, bro.
We used to have a rope swing that was right by a bunch of gators. Where when we would get to the rope swing, the first thing we would do is like do cannonballs in the water because my buddy would say that scares them away. That scares all the gators. Okay. So when we would first get there,
or attracts them,
we would be cannonballing
in the water and shit.
Yeah, well,
bite them in the ass.
We went with it and never got bit by an alligator.
Most people don't.
Well, thank goodness.
Most people don't.
Well, they're not in there to try to attack humans. They're there to eat.
It's funny because where they get your ass is on the shoreline.
If they
like that lady
they
that
mistake
just got,
you for food.
Oh, that's where they lie in wait. If you're out in the middle on a tube and there's a boat and fucking you're flying around, the gator is going to be a little bit more like put off. Like, well, I don't really know how to attack this. You might get attacked. You might get attacked, but you probably aren't going to.
Especially gators, them big ass. We call them.
They say when it's mating season, they get most aggressive because that's also when the water it starts to become like a drought, and the water gets less, and the less water there is around the gator, the more aggressive they get.
I feel bad for the gators. You know, they got short arms. They do. They're not able to jerk off.
They don't have to.
It really sucks to be a gator.
I feel bad for the gators. No, I don't. They have a bunch of mouth breathers too.
Not if they're underwater, they're breathing with their nose.
Goddamn, get one in, didn't you? Yep, see, there you go.
All right, this next segment is being brought to you by Boardroom. You can check out Boardroom on Instagram. Proud sponsors of our segment here, and they presented the fast food restaurants with the most locations in the United States. I think we all go to fast food restaurants. I'm not sure we
Unfortunately.
want
I don't.
to.
Yeah.
We don't want to, but sometimes you got kids, you're on the go. You have to stop at a fast food spot. Who do you think, of all the fast food spots in the United States, who has the most locations, do you think?
Guaranteed McDonald's.
Yeah, I was gonna say McDonald's or wait,
See if you guys can.
Burger King.
They're not even in the top 5, Burger King.
What?
But if you guys guess it,
I got
I'll buy
Taco
lunch.
Bell.
Taco Bell is on the list.
Wendy's gotta be in there. Her redhead ass. She gotta be in there.
Wendy's is not in the top 5.
I don't know.
White Castle.
Not in the top
even
5.
close. They're not even halfway through the country. They're
God
only in
dang.
half of the country.
Let's go through the list here. Number 5, get ready with your sound effect, Tomcat. Number 5 is Taco Bell. Yes, that would be.
Wait,
Good call.
no wait, is that Taco Bell? Wait.
They have
No, that's White- that's White Castle.
run to the border. Isn't that their thing?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Are you allowed
We
to
just
say
got
that anymore?
certification
You
over
are,
here.
you
I
are.
thought it was run for the border. Head to
Run
the
for the
border. Run
border.
to the border. Wait.
They have that sound though.
Although our government probably wouldn't appreciate it, but yeah.
What? Oh yeah.
There's how many Taco Bell stores do you think there are in the United States?
I'm gonna say about.
5th most in the country.
Yeah, they're number
I'm
5.
gonna say about 3,200 stores.
I'm gonna say
7,000 actually.
Oh, I was way off.
7,000. Yeah.
7,772 Taco Bell
I wonder what
locations.
state has
And
the
we
most.
got one in Cape Coral. Sweet.
And number 4 on the list is Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
Is that considered fast food though?
Them motherfuckers everywhere. Hell yeah, they are.
They got little sandwiches.
They do.
Coffee.
They do.
And they do
No.
big shit, big
They don't even
numbers
make
because they're
their
doing their
donuts.
They make
coffee
sandwiches.
and they're doing breakfast and now they have
They
lunch
do.
shit.
Man, y'all better leave Dunkin' alone. That's my jam.
They're
I think
9,368.
And they're
Dunkin'.
everywhere.
Yes,
Just fucking
people love
Donuts
Dunkin'.
everywhere.
Number 3 on the list was the one that you guys thought was 1 on the list, McDonald's.
McDizzles.
They're number 3.
They're
Number 3.
3.
Who got? They got bait and serve billions.
13,269
Yeah,
locations
they're
for
above 10.
McDonald's.
Wow, I thought it'd be more than 13.
Now we're down to the final 2.
This I gotta hear.
Burger King.
No, they didn't
Number
make the top
2 is they're on every freaking corner, everywhere you go. I mean, what
Wendy's.
am I talking about?
Starbucks.
Starbucks. You are correct.
I
Okay.
was wondering if
didn't think about
Starbucks was
them.
going to be in
Sure,
it, but
sure.
I don't find them to be fast food because
Yeah,
they
I
don't
don't
eat
either.
fucking
fast
food.
food.
They do have some food. They have.
I mean,
they
They serve
have some
cake
breakfast
pops.
sandwich.
That shit's already
Paninis.
made.
But that's sweets though.
No, they
It's
don't
already
make
made.
the list.
Their
Okay,
sandwich
so I
isn't
guess
even cooked.
technically I
They
do
are a fast food
go through
restaurant.
fast
You can get the
food
little.
because I go to
They are.
Starbucks every now and again.
You can get the little sandwiches, the little protein packs. You
Oh,
can-
those are so good.
I bet
Okay,
there's tons
I
of
get it.
people
Sure.
that if you go, do you eat fast food? And they go to Starbucks all the time. They'd be like, I don't eat fast food.
Oh, snooty and shit.
Oh, but I guess you do because
You go to Starbucks.
Your person's up in our list, all up in the list.
According to
over here,
Exactly.
so-
Yeah, I
whoever
like
this
it.
site
Yeah.
is, motherfucker,
You wanna
you
be in
all
the list.
snooty now.
That's
Now you
funny.
down here with us, bitches. The water's great.
All right, and number
Slumming.
1 on the list. If you guys can guess it, I'll buy you lunch next time
All
you
right, so
come
if
in.
they be Starbucks, y'all, we got to really put our
There's
thinking caps
one
on here.
left. There's one left out there that you guys are not thinking about.
Let's see. It's not Starbucks. It ain't Dunkin' Donuts. So it got to be.
I feel like this place was more popular to me maybe 15 years ago, and they've kind of gotten a little bit of a bad rap a little bit.
Arby's.
Subway is correct.
Subway.
Yep.
Subway is
Eat
number
fresh.
1 on the list.
All right, I want pizza from Mazzotti. Thank you.
All right, I'll get you.
I don't know goddamn pizza.
They have
It wasn't
20.
for you, motherfucker. You win.
Subway has 20,000 locations.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of franchise.
Yeah.
Subway.
Again, I definitely wasn't thinking of that
Eat
because like, you don't
fresh.
think of it as fast food.
Think of all the kids.
All right.
Who, Jared?
I hear there's some kind of Netflix special out.
I seen
about
it. I
Jared.
seen
Is
it last
Netflix
week.
not gonna make a special out of?
I
Make
seen
one for
it. It's
us,
pretty
the
ruthless.
Outcast podcast. Fuck Jared.
Let's go to
I got a 6-inch
Tomcat's
meatball.
Tomcat's
Wait.
not so good news.
Sub.
Tomcat, what do you got for us today?
All right. Today is March 22nd,
Thank you.
2023. It's World Water Day, which focuses on our attention to the Earth's most vital resource.
We're fucking it up.
Ensuring clean water source for all the world's inhabitants
We
is
need
the
it.
goal of
Drink
World Water
water.
Day.
Good.
It's also National Goof Off Day. And
We did
in
that.
Puerto Rico,
¿Qué?
Empastion Day.
¿Qué?
What the hell does that
Empastion Day.
mean?
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
I don't either. But it's a holiday in Puerto Rico today.
Rainbow, you don't
Wepa.
know?
Everybody says
Em-
wepa.
oh, em- Emancipation. It's an emancipation.
The Emancipation Day. Okay.
I'm reading that.
Oh,
The
that's
Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation Day.
Nice.
From what,
Birthdays
from
today.
Spanish? Or
Saturday coming up is my birthday, so I figured
Happy
I'd throw that in
birthday!
there. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's right. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Whose birthday is it today?
Send all your
Tomcat.
edibles to Tomcat.
Tomcat.
Saturday? Let's have a
Saturday.
weed fest.
Yep, thank
weed
you.
fest.
Birthdays today. We got Reese Witherspoon, 46
She's
today.
like,
I like Reese.
It's a hottie.
yeah, she's cool.
Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports. He's
I love
45.
Dave.
He's younger than Reese Witherspoon by a year. William Shatner, 91.
Hey, whose
don't
list is he
say.
on? And didn't somebody put him on their death list? William Shatner?
I think I
Yeah,
did.
me. That's why I was
Oh,
like,
you
that's
did
why I was
too.
saying it like that. Kinda like,
That's what I did.
enjoy your last birthday. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Keegan Michael Key, 51.
Okay.
All right, coming up in my news segment.
Yeah,
we had a
I
funny.
thought that already started. What do you mean coming up in your news segment? It's almost over.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't started the news yet. I just was like telling what
That was-
goes on
that was the
March
fluff.
26th.
So what was
That's the
that?
fluff. The
Oh,
news
fluff.
today, well, we had a story about Hillary and Chelsea Clinton. They're doing, of course, their podcast,
Each
much
other?
like ourselves. They got a podcast.
Oh, fine.
Everybody's got a pod.
They do. Everybody's got a
do.
fucking
Ours is
podcast.
better.
Ours is
these
awesome,
days.
though.
Well, apparently, while they were filming their podcast, they found a couple errant turds. They were in a theater watching a movie for their podcast. And when they went to intermission, turned on the lights, they found two human turds next to Chelsea and
Was this
Hillary.
in San Francisco?
Did they do it?
That's what I was thinking.
They did do it. People weren't sure if they had laid the turds, if somebody threw the turds over there. They're not sure why Secret Service didn't catch the turds. But apparently it's a
somebody else's shit. I
mystery.
ain't
So there
catching
are
that.
mystery turds at the theater with Hillary and Chelsea on their podcast.
You think they get examined it? Did they have corn in
Maybe it
there
was
or
a
something
dog.
like that?
Somebody had a dog.
They were
in
in New
there.
York City. The theater was the Schubert Theater in New York.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a
yeah.
homeless person.
Yeah, probably so.
Some people were saying
He
that it
thought it
might have
was
been
the
an old
subway.
person that just like had, people will
It could be
crap
somebody
themselves
from
and the
up in
turds
Manhattan,
just kind of
you know,
roll out there.
snooze fuckers.
Really? No, I never heard of that.
It was shitty.
They
Next
need more
story.
fiber.
Miami Beach actually rejects the nightly curfew after 2 fatal shootings during
Oh, man,
spring
you
break.
heard about
They
that
rejected
shit?
So they enacted
I
the
heard
spring
that.
break curfew, but then they rejected it. And I kind of agree with them because they said that week with St. Patrick's Day and all the shit that happens, that third week of spring break is the one that sees the most violence. And they didn't want to punish the people this week, which is Music Fest.
Yeah.
All the fucking techno dudes that
Yeah.
are coming in there for
They'd have to move it again.
and all those people were canceling. So in order not to have the people who come in next week, or all new people, have to pay for what the week before that did, they're getting rid of the
The curfew.
which
cool.
was at midnight anyways. But that would still shit just gets kicked off at midnight in
Yeah,
Miami.
Miami. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think
See,
about that? You
midnight.
think
Midnight
they
Fest.
should have got
I'm
rid of the
just
curfew
walking
or
out the
what?
house.
Ramo,
What's that?
you think they should have got rid of the curfew?
Sure. I mean, for that, yeah.
He loves
Because
that.
it's different from spring break. Like, it's not the same situation.
Also, Shaquille O'Neal shares his reason for his hospitalization. I can't say shit today.
I don't
But
really
good
either.
news, the big fella was just in there to have hip surgery, and he's doing great. We hope he's feeling good.
Get
Yes.
better, big fella.
Get better, big fella.
That's our band name.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Big
Yeah.
fella.
No, the big fellas.
Oh, the big fellas.
The
Yeah,
big
the big
fellas.
fellas.
Big fella.
That's our band, man. Don't try to
Yeah,
steal our
but we
shit
don't
either.
have anybody over like 6 foot in the band, so we,
That-
maybe
see,
we
it's
should
like
be
a
the,
reverse
about?
nickname.
we should be the little fellas.
You mean
maybe.
7 foot? You mean
Yeah,
we don't have
it's like a
we
reverse
have
nickname.
people over 6 foot. How tall are you, Memphis?
6 foot? What are you
Oh,
talking about?
man, you're 5'11" and
No,
a
I'm
half.
not.
and wet,
Maybe.
man, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
With
If you had
stacks
if you
on.
had your when you had your mohawk, you were
Oh, yeah,
6
he's
foot.
taller.
When I had my
That
mohawk,
thing
I
was
was
tall.
10
That thing
feet
was
tall.
like a foot.
I was 10 feet tall when I had that motherfucker.
It was red.
All right, Afrojack, chill out.
Who the fuck is Afrojack? Oh, fuck that.
He's a famous DJ. He made a song called 10 Feet Tall.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I ain't-
We have 2 topics here that we did not get to
What are
this
they?
week,
Good
but
reference, Marimo.
but we will
Boom.
get to them next week on the show. I do promise, and they're juicy ones. So you're gonna want to make sure you listen. But the one we didn't get to is Tomcat made a quote before the show where he said, "America is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, for white people than it is for black people."
dare I say?
And so I'd like for you guys to do your research and bring your facts to the table next week. Is, in fact, America more dangerous for white people than it is black people?
You
Or,
said 2
Interesting.
different things.
huh?
You said more dangerous.
Is
I
it,
said
it-
as dangerous.
It's as dangerous, is what you're saying. So what you're saying is equally dangerous.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what economic scale you're talking.
And then another topic that we didn't get to that I heard before the show started. Unfortunately, we're out of time. You'll have to listen next week. But I heard Memphis call Ramo crazy.
I am crazy.
I always call him crazy.
Yeah,
And he said
Puerto
that
Rican.
it's because you're friends with your ex-wife.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, that's
fine.
right. No, he's friends with his ex-wife.
That's my
New
brother,
husband.
dude. Bobby's my dude,
Oh,
man.
not-
We golf,
But
That's
still,
like,
even
we drink
that
beer
too.
together.
It's like,
That's
what's
cool.
the point?
Because
That don't make
Man,
sense. Like you
what?
broke up.
you have to be more adult than that,
Man,
dude. Not only for the kids, but for your own sanity, bro. Like that's stupid. How you gonna hate somebody for your whole
You
life
ain't gotta
over
hate.
some dumb shit?
Ain't nobody said nothing
So,
about hate.
okay, so then if me and him get along as friends and people who
Nah.
know each other, like why shouldn't we play golf once in a while, hang out?
Nah, see,
Like
you
we
doing
see
too
each other
much.
at family events and stuff. Like, see, the thing is my family's different, dog. Like, we ain't about
It
that shit.
built different, man.
When me and my first wife split up, she was still invited to Christmas parties.
Cue that music.
And family function events. Like, it's
Sorry,
not
we
like
gotta go.
that, dude. Like, the girls were still involved. Like, hell no, you're still a family.
We got
So
kids.
did- so do
you
you-
got to be an adult and,
what
and
do you,
settle
When
your
they got kids,
differences
so that's different. See,
accordingly.
that's if, but
Sure.
if you ain't got kids
It
or
helps.
some shit
It
like that,
helps.
then
Yeah.
fuck
Sure.
that.
So does your ex ever be like, hey, Ramo, it's been a while. What's
Hell
up?
no.
What's up with that?
I mean,
Hell
y'all
no.
still
Like
hang
that,
out.
Ramo, doesn't she?
Y'all still hang out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are
You're a
hanging out.
looker,
I mean,
man.
y'all
Don't
hang
say it
out
like
a
that.
lot.
People still want you, man.
I don't hang
I'm
out
just
with
fucking
her.
with
I hang out with her husband.
Oh, well,
oh,
what?
yeah.
Hey.
Hey, now you're
So
really
now-
into
all
it.
right.
Now you're
That's
really
a different
into
question for a different show.
So we getting down to the
Hey.
nitty gritty.
Do you guys,
it. Pineapple upside down out there on your mailbox.
has he ever
Only on certain
pissed you
nights.
off, Ramo? Like you got mad at this guy and just been like, hey, man, I had it first.
Nope,
You
never.
know what?
Never.
I was hitting that back, way back in the
You got
day.
my sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
dog.
Don't stop, man. Stop. Just stop.
I already-
you
I
guys
already
are
hit that,
Ugh,
man.
That's terrible.
I knocked the
Disgusting.
box out before you got a hold of it.
Shut up. That's terrible.
Let's play basketball.
I hate you guys.
I took it to the hole way before you took it to the hole.
man.
Yeah.
Should we be talking about the Final Four or something?
How's my dick taste?
We
What an
It's
asshole.
Sweet 16. Go Vols, man.
I don't like these guys anymore.
See you next week, God's willing. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code FACE at checkout. That's harrys.com, code FACE. Enjoy!